business faces the exact same puzzle. How do you turn a one-time fix into a long-term, profitable relationship? It's really the difference between just surviving and truly thriving. So today, we're going to unpack how SAP's service contract management system promises to solve that exact puzzle. Let's dive in.
So here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about the core promise you're making to your customers. Then, we'll define what service contract management actually is and see it in action. After that, we'll meet the key people involved, and finally, we'll tie it all together to see why this is such a big deal for your bottom line.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the customer promise. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to solving one really fundamental business question.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? It's all about moving away from that unpredictable world of one-off repairs to the stability of predictable long-term revenue. Look, anyone can be a hero for a day, but building a sustainable business, that takes a real strategy. So on one hand, you have this amazing goal, lock in customers with long-term agreements. But on the other hand, there's the reality, a chaotic mass of different contracts, dates, and special terms. And this is exactly where money just starts disappearing through the cracks. We're talking about revenue leakage, and it's where happy customers can turn into frustrated ones fast.
So how do we fix all this chaos? Well, that brings us to Section 2. Let's look at the strategic solution, service contract management.
At its very core, everything is built on this one thing, the service contract. And you should think of it less like a stuffy legal document and more like the blueprint for a really strong relationship. It just takes all the guesswork out of the equation and turns that customer promise into a reliable, predictable stream of income.
But this is about way more than just being organized. Just look at the strategic goals here. We're talking about plugging those revenue leaks to seriously boost your margins, building real customer loyalty that actually lasts, and maybe most importantly, creating a financial foundation you can actually count on month after month.
And this right here, this is how it all happens. The system isn't just some digital filing cabinet for contracts. It's an active engine working for you. The real magic is in the automation. It automates your billing, it links every single service call back to the right contract, and, this is huge, it makes sure you never ever miss a renewal again. Okay, so we've got the what and the why. Now for Section 3, let's see how this whole thing actually works day to day, from the second a contract is created to the moment you're analyzing its success.
It all really boils down to these 4 simple steps. First, you create the contract with all the specific pricing. Then, the magic happens. A service order comes in and boom, the system links it automatically. Third, billing just happens, right on schedule. No manual work needed. And finally, managers get this incredible, real-time dashboard to see exactly how everything is performing.
Now, let's talk for a second about one of the biggest, quietest profit killers out there, forgetting to renew a contract. This feature alone is an absolute game changer. By automating renewals, the system basically acts like a financial safety net, protecting that recurring revenue without anyone having to lift a finger or even think about it.
Of course, a system is only as good as the people who are actually using it. So in Section 4, let's meet the key players who make this whole process tick.
You know, this is a real team effort. You've got your customer service manager who owns the contract's big picture. Then you have the pricing specialist who dives into all the details to get the numbers just right. And finally, the billing clerk makes sure the cash flow is smooth and accurate. Each person has a clear, absolutely vital mission.
And here's the most important part. They aren't working in separate worlds. They're all connected through one single, unified platform. And that means everyone is looking at the exact same up-to-the-minute information. No more confusion, no more wait. I thought you said just one single source of truth.
Okay, let's bring it all home now. We've seen the problem, the solution, and the process. So what's the real-world impact of all this?
This is it. This is the payoff. Remember that predictable revenue we were talking about at the very beginning? You get it. Your margins go up because you've plugged all those leaks. Your team is freed from tedious admin work. Your customers are happier because everything is clear. And you finally get the hard data you need to make smarter business decisions.
Just take a second and look at this transformation. It's a fundamental shift, moving from the chaos of constantly putting out fires to the strategy of building proactive partnerships. You go from the anxiety of unpredictable income to the confidence of stable, recurring revenue. It's truly the difference between manual chaos and automated efficiency.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this one question for your own business. This system gives you the framework to build lasting, profitable relationships with your customers. The only question left is, are you ready to move beyond the one-off transaction? Thanks for joining this Explain.
All right, let's talk about a challenge that pretty much every service business faces.